Hey everybody, Slightly Unblended. Today is a very festive look for your holiday season, so if you'd like to see how good this looks, then just keep on watching. Let's get festive. I am filming this probably, let's see, it's about 6 days before it goes up, so I have some time to get it up. I have other videos, but I was like, I need to do a Christmas glam. So this is a perfect year of the present for Christmas kind of look. I'm going to start out by taking the Tribe by Juvia's Place. It has one of my most favorite greens in it. I'm going to take the dark green shade right here, and I'm going to apply it into the crease with the ABH A14 brush. So I'm just going to start out by adding it to the outer corner of my eye, getting it nice and packed down. I did a look kind of like this a while back, and I didn't really think that it was super Christmassy, but everyone that seen it, or everybody that looked at it, was kind of like, oh, that would be a pretty Christmas look. So I'm putting a kind of different spin onto this look. It's not going to be exactly how it was, but it is a little bit. So I feel like this would be a good time to mention that I'm pretty much going to leave the center of my lid open. So it's kind of like a spotlight half cut crease type of look. And I'm going to go in and define this here in a minute. I'll show you how when I get to it. I just realized that I forgot to do it before I started filming. So I'm just going to take it about slightly halfway. And if you keep hearing buzzing, I'm sorry, it's my phone. I'm fixing to move it. Okay, so I'm just going to take this into the inner part of my lid, into the crease. I'm going to take this up a little bit higher just so that I can create the depth and make it look like my eye socket area is a little bit deeper. I'm going to take it to about right here, and I'm just gonna bring the shade up a little bit more, bring it a little farther into my crease area. Now you could pretty much do this look with just this palette, but this is my favorite green in a palette, I do believe. I feel like I said that recently on my Instagram stories. This has the best like forest green in it. I love it so much. But I have really been obsessed with, and I plan on filming a video that'll go up probably on a Sunday instead of a tutorial, because I am fixing to start doing a little something different with my channel. I hope that it'll be fun and interesting. But anyway, this has been one of the palettes that I have been the most obsessed with. I'll go a little bit without using it, and then I'll dive back into it, and I'll use it until I'm sick of it. So I'm going to take the Carnival 3 by Be Perfect Cosmetics and Stacey Marie, and I'm going to go into the shade Tropics, which is this more of a, I feel like it's a true green shade, and I'm just going to blend out the shade from the Juvia's Place, the Tribe palette, with that shade, because I feel like it is just a gorgeous color combination. But I will go back to the Tribe palette for the last shade to blend that out with. But if you have either one of these palettes and you just have one and not the other, you could totally achieve this look, I feel like, with either palette. It just kind of depends on the green that you're looking for. So I'm going to take Tropics on the Morphe M507 brush and just blend out this forest green shade that I love so much. So I'm just taking it and I'm blending it, doing little spinny motions, circular motions. I'm going to go forwards and backwards because that creates a more even blend. I'm going to take a second and like mention one of my least favorite things about Morphe brushes. I do want to eventually like be all Sigma brushes or all Luxie brushes, because they're like some of my most favorite ones that I've tried. But usually it feels like after you wash Morphe brushes, I know they can look like a Cynthia doll. I know. I have an ABH highlighter brush that is exactly like that. But they seem like no matter the least amount of pressure that you apply or not, they're scratchy as hell. And I'm like, so I have to be really careful and hope that I don't have to like wipe a look off about 3 times, because then it really hurts. And I had that problem the other day. I was like, I wanted to do something colorful and it just wasn't working out, and I couldn't brainstorm, and I was like running out of time because I've been trying to like get things ready, and like I've been working on some crafting stuff, and we're getting settled into the place that we've been working on getting settled in, and just like, I don't know. So I was like, I don't have time for this. And then I just did a more neutral look that I got the idea from my friend Slay with Desiree on Instagram. She is amazing. I mean, like usually when I usually do extra as extra as it can be for being a neutral eye. I'm not comfortable with doing them, so I was like, watched her IGTV the other day, and I was like, I'm gonna do something about like she did, and it was okay. I loved it. I was just like, okay, maybe I can do these neutral looks and it'll be okay. Alright, so now we have this all trying to get blended. I don't know what my hand motions are. I'm just like, I'm here. I've had coffee and Red Bull, and I still feel like I could sleep for a year. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and clean off this Morphe M507 brush. I'm going to go back into that forest green shade from the Tribe palette, and I'm just going to really focus on getting these nice and blent. I thought about filming the candy cane look that I did yesterday, but I was just like, oh my gosh, I'm so tired of sitting here, and I just wanted to get it done, but I wanted to do something like festive and like out of my comfort zone. So I used the Equalizer Volume 1 and the Love Katie palette, mainly just for the forest shade in the Love Katie palette to add the depth, but I used mostly the Equalizer palette. I did a really interesting cut crease look, and then I used the Suva Space Panda Hydro Liner and Cherry Bomb, and I made a candy cane wing, and it was, I feel like it was interesting. I tried. I do try, but my drawing is absolute trash. So now I'm going to take my Luxie 237 brush, I do believe, yes, my 237 brush, and I'm going to just take this Tribe palette and go into this green shade right here and blend out that shade from the Carnival 3 palette. The other day I went to my mom's house, and she was like, she invited us over to eat, and I was like, oh yes, that sounds amazing. I don't want to cook. I know that my husband doesn't want to cook. I would love to. So we went over, and we were watching See No Evil or something like that. It was on ID. So I was like, ooh, I know we have like that app or whatever on the TV. So I was checking it out, and they have some stuff that's unlocked for like, you know, like free to watch or whatever without a subscription. And so yesterday I was binging, I want to say American Monster or something like that. And I am absolutely obsessed with true crime. Like right before I started doing this, when I was working on this, I was watching Stephanie Harlow. But I just love true crime stuff. It's so interesting to me. I don't love like how it happens, you know, for it to be content or whatever. As I was saying before, my camera decided to be totally rude and cut me off. I could just watch true crime stuff all the time. Like, back when I was home alone at night a lot, I would fall asleep listening to it, and you would think that would be like, give me like wild dreams, but I don't know, it didn't really bother me. Unless I woke up at like 3:30 in the morning and I'm like, it's the aliens, man. Okay. I feel like this is getting there. Something that I really changed about how I did this look this time versus the last time is, I want to say I just used the Cleona eyeshadow. I'm trying to see if I picture I have of us on the wall with that look and showing my eyes. But I want to say I just used the Cleona eyeshadow all the way, and then I put rhinestones on it and a little bit of glitter. But this time I'm going to take the Ofra New Money. Is this a liquid glitter eyeshadow? I feel like it is, but this is my first time using it. I've had it for a minute. Bossy Eyes, New Money. Yes, these are, I feel like, fairly new. And I was like super excited to use it. I've been looking for an excuse to use it. I got 2 of them. So I'm hoping that I can do something fun with that soon. Anyway, I'm just going to take that A14 brush and touch up my inner crease area with that forest green shade. My bad, I was just about to just run and go without explaining. Terrible about doing that these days, it seems. And I'm going to take it on that outer corner of my lid just a little bit. These shades in the Tribe palette, I'm like, really any Juvia's Place palette that I've tried, they blend so effortlessly, and I love that. They're just amazing. Now, if I can get my stuff together, I'm going to take some micellar water on a Q-tip. No, I'm going to take some micellar water on a Q-tip, as I was showing the complete opposite of what I was doing, and clean off my lid space. Okay, now that I've got all of the malfunctions possible, I hope there's no more, I'm going to take some of my eye primer, and I'm just going to carve out my crease area. I'm going to take the Morphe M421 brush. God, I can't remember what brush I'm using today, but I always can get this one confused. Yeah, the M421 brush. I had originally planned on changing my background up a little bit to make it more festive. I think I just didn't do it because I wanted to use like my first one, and I need to like go and see if it's at my parents' house. But those bears that they come out with every year, with the year on their foot. Yeah, I was planning on having one of those set up there with a candle and whatnot, but I forgot about it until just now. So I'm going to take this up to my brow. Well, not quite. I accidentally have taken it up a little farther, but it'll be okay. I'm just going to carve out my crease halfway. I'm just going to take my finger and kind of pat this. That way we can have more of an even blend in the eye area there with what we're going to have going on. So now I'm going to take my ABH A14 brush, and I'm just going to tap a little bit of that forest green shade to the edges of the primer on the outer, like more towards the outer corner of my eye. I don't know why I said it like that. It's like I'm trying to focus. I'm like, whoo. Okay, so now I'm going to take my Cleona Cosmetics little stained glass collection that I have in a ColourPop thing, because I haven't had a chance to buy one of their pans. But I'm going to go into, I want to say I used, yeah, Forge, which is absolutely gorgeous. If you follow me on my Instagram, I've posted a couple like blend videos. That's kind of what I call them, where it's just like a video of like my eyes. And I like used a few that had like a amazing shift to them. These are the ones that have the most beautiful shift in the shade. It is just, hold on, I will try to do this justice. I don't think I'll be able to. Oh yes, I don't know if you can see it on my finger here, but there is a shift, and it is just absolutely like what I had no idea that I needed in my life until it was in my life. Being all dramatic over eyeshadow, but you know, it's what I feel like is my job. But I'm just going to take that on my Luxie Small Shader Brush and apply it on the inner part of my lid. And this has like a green and reddish pink shift to it. I don't know, I just feel like it is just absolutely gorgeous. Okay, so this definitely looks wild, and that's fine. So I'm just going to take this Bossy Eyes in the shade New Money and my Furless Cosmetics brush. It is the Pro 2M brush. And I'm just going to put some of that onto that little small brush. And I'm going to apply it to my lid space. And try my best to get it blended with the forest colored shade, the forest green shade from the Tribe palette. But we're going to tap some more over it to get it nice and as seamless as possible. I feel like this is a nice little array of colors. So I'm gonna go ahead and go back into the Tribe palette, and there is this absolutely beautiful shade in here that I would love to have in the center, and that's exactly what I did. It is this beautiful shimmer shade right here, and it has a slight green shift to it that is just like the most gorgeous. And I say that, I'm like, I'll go months on a no shimmer kick, and then I'm like, oh, I have all these Cleona shadows that I need to like put all over, or I'll be like, oh, I love the shimmer in this palette, so I'm going to use it. So I'm going to take my Luxie Small Shader Brush, and I'm going to apply it, and I'm going to take it up as well, just to kind of get it blended. I'm going to take a little bit more of that Cleona shade and just kind of like pat it along the edges here, so that it'll be a nice blend. And I don't want to lose any of that magic that I have going on with it. And I will take a little tiny bit more of this gorgeous forest shade green from the Tribe, and I'm going to take it on the Morphe M507 brush, and I'm just going to kind of pat it onto that New Money shade. I'm going to kind of blend that right up here, but I'm really just trying to get a more gradient and nice blend going on here. I'm going to take a tiny bit more of that Ofra liquid glitter eyeshadow kind of thing here. I'm not exactly sure. I need to look into that, but I want to say, because I mean, it is liquidy and it is glitter, but it's not like glitter. It's like a nice liquid shimmer. I don't know. I remember them putting it on Twitter, and I was like, oh, that is just beautiful, and I love it. I really do. Well, with what little bit I've used it today, I'm just like obsessed. Okay. I feel like this is getting to be where I want it. So now for the super fun part. Gonna take this Urban Decay Heavy Metal Glitter Gel in Disco Daydream. It is one of my all-time favorites of their glitter gels here. I don't want to make a mess, but I'm just gonna take it on this Furless Cosmetics, and it's likely makeup brush. This is the Pro 6E brush, and I'm just gonna get a little bit of it on it. I don't want to get too much because I don't want to just like have super duper glitter fall out, which this is a very good one that I don't have too much of a problem with by using it. But I'm going to focus it up more towards the brow bone area to begin with. I want to try to get as many of the big chunks as I can. Oh, I love this. Alright, so I feel like I'm finally getting there. I feel like it's very sparkly and very like, definitely you're the gift under the tree or whatever kind of moment that you're wanting to go for. So I'm going to take some of these little gems and I'm going to pop on about 3 of them just to have that added effect, because I'm very much so that extra. But first, I almost forgot to touch up that forest green shade again. Oh my gosh, I'm off today. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my ColourPop E10 brush and I'm going to go back into that forest green shade from the Juvia's Place, the Tribe palette, and I'm just going to define the crease with it. Alright, good to go. So to apply these gems, I usually just take my tweezers and I take some eyelash glue, do a little dot on it, and I find where I want to apply it. So I did that kind of like in the center. Oh, I dropped it. I was like, hey, wait, did I lose the one off my eye? No, that's one of the tweezers. And I really am not like trying to be super precise with these. Just find a place that you want to stick them down and stick them down. So now that I have it the way that I want it, I'm going to go do the rest of my face and I'll be right back. Alright guys, so this is the finished look. I feel like it is pretty festive, pretty extra, and yes, very sparkly. I felt like a sparkly look was definitely something that I would love to do for a festive holiday look. So let me know what you'd like to see next down below. And if you have any recommendations on a good black lipstick, because I have been having a hard time finding one since I'm almost out of my ColourPop one in Friday. And so I ordered this one from Ofra Bronx, and it doesn't really last as long on my lips as the ColourPop one that I had. So if you know of any really good black matte lipsticks, please let me know. Don't forget to use the hashtag #SlightlyUnblended for a chance to be featured in an upcoming video. I'll have all my social media links down below in case you would like to keep up with whatever I'm doing until there's a new video up. And I hope that you have a very safe and very happy holiday season, and I hope that I'll see you in the next one. Bye!